In recent years, there is one rule that constantly gets brought up, discussed, and scrutinized in regards to putting outside of the 10-meter circle, known as Circle 2. Now, evidently, this is a very controversial topic, so it's going to be up to you to decide if you feel this rule needs to change or not. Whatever side you're on, it definitely needs to be discussed, so let's get into it. So the rule that some people feel needs to be changed or adapted has to do with the stance rule of 802.07, which states the following. If the lie has been marked by a marker disc, then when the disc is released, the player must 1. Have at least one supporting point that is in contact with the lie, and 2. Have no supporting point closer to the target than the rear edge of the marker disc, and 3. Have all supporting points in bounds. So why is this rule a problem, and why are people complaining for it to be changed? Well, it has to do with the step putt, which is a style or type of jump putt. And if you didn't know, there are many different ways to actually jump putt when you are putting outside of Circle 1. Now, personally, I feel jump putting is great. It's very fair. It's very useful for getting the disc to the basket when you're putting from afar. However, a lot of people have a problem with the step putt because it allows them to advance a lot closer to the basket before releasing the disc. Let's take a look at a few clips and you can see what some people are having a problem with. Now, please understand that I'm not calling these players cheaters or cheap. They're actually some of my favorite pros to watch on the disc golf pro scene. They are simply following the rule, so it's completely legal since they all have their supporting foot behind the marker before they release the disc. But after watching those clips, what do you think? If it's completely legal and everybody has the opportunity to do it, why are there still some people feeling that it needs to be changed? Well, from talking with others, looking online, and from my own personal experience, I've come up with a few reasons to answer that very question. Well, first, you could argue that step putting is unfair because you are much more ahead of your lie before you release the disc. And when you compare it to the other styles of jump putting, that style is definitely the most advantageous. Now, the second reason is that it's hard to call someone on a foot fault for step putting, simply because it happens so fast and it's really a hard thing to analyze. And a lot of people online are complaining of exactly this. It causes a lot of conflicts in tournaments, a lot of controversy, and it just takes away from the enjoyment of the game. Now, the third reason has to do with professional players being more vocal about the need to change the step putt. Players like Eagle McMahon and Philo Brathwaite have, mentioned that this is something that they feel needs to change and they would feel better if the PDGA did something about it.
Long step putt. Did you hear that thing Eagle was talking about for next year?
Yeah.
Talking about no more step putts.
I am so down with that,
two.
honestly, man. I think
it'd be a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, the fourth reason really is my own personal opinion, but when you look at step putting, does it look right? Does it look natural? Or does it look kind of cheap? In my opinion, it just looks wrong. It looks like people have understood the rule and found a loophole to take advantage to get closer to the basket. So after hearing those reasons, how could this rule be changed or adapted? Well, first and foremost, I don't feel we need to get rid of jump putting. I think jump putting is a great thing. It's a great skill to learn, and it really helps you get the putter to the basket. But something needs to be done to prevent that step putting, and I think a simple fix would be to say that both feet must remain behind your lie until the disc is released towards the basket. Evidently, that is simply an opinion, and yours may differ greatly. I'm honestly curious to know what you guys think. Do you have a problem with this step putt, or do you have a problem with the jump putt in general? Or do you honestly think that nothing needs to change because everyone can take advantage of it? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks to everyone who continues to watch JustDisc. I'll see you guys in the next one. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt.